In a realm of eternal night, where the stars shone brightly over the vast, dusty plains of the Wild West, a young boy named Leo dreamed of adventure. Leo lived in a small, cozy cabin with his parents and his best friend, an ant named Brian. Leo's father was a cowboy, and Leo often imagined himself riding alongside him, lassoing cattle and exploring the unknown. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the land, Leo's father returned home with an old, weathered map. "Leo," he said, his eyes twinkling with excitement, "I've found a map to a lost gold mine. It's said to be filled with treasures beyond imagination." Leo's heart raced with excitement. He had always dreamed of going on a grand adventure, and this was his chance. "Can I come with you, Dad?" he asked eagerly. His father smiled and nodded. "Of course, Leo. But remember, this journey will be dangerous. We'll need to be brave and smart." The next morning, Leo, his father, and Brian the ant set out on their journey. The desert stretched out before them, an endless sea of sand and cacti. The sun blazed overhead, and the air was hot and dry. As they rode their horses, Leo couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. Days turned into nights, and the trio pressed on. They followed the map, navigating through rocky canyons and across wide rivers. Along the way, they encountered various challenges, from rattlesnakes to sudden sandstorms. But Leo's father taught him how to stay calm and think on his feet. One evening, as they set up camp under the starry sky, Leo's father shared stories of the Old West, of cowboys and outlaws, and the legends of the lost gold mine. Leo listened intently, his imagination running wild. But their journey was not without its dangers. One morning, as they approached a narrow pass, they were ambushed by a group of outlaws. These men had also heard of the lost gold mine and were determined to find it first. A tense standoff ensued, with both sides eyeing each other warily. Leo's father stood tall and confident, his hand resting on his revolver. "We don't want any trouble," he said calmly. "We're just looking for the gold mine." The leader of the outlaws sneered. "So are we. But there's only room for one group. Hand over the map, or else." Leo's heart pounded in his chest. He knew they couldn't give up the map, but he also knew they were outnumbered. As the tension mounted, Brian the ant had an idea. He scurried up Leo's arm and whispered into his ear. Leo nodded and took a deep breath. "Dad, I have a plan," he whispered. "Distract them while I sneak around and create a diversion." His father gave a slight nod, trusting his son's instincts. As Leo's father engaged the outlaws in conversation, Leo and Brian quietly slipped away. They circled around the outlaws and found a large, hollow log. Leo quickly gathered some dry leaves and twigs, stuffing them into the log. With Brian's help, Leo struck a match and lit the leaves on fire. The log began to smoke, and soon, thick clouds of smoke billowed into the air. The outlaws, distracted by the sudden commotion, turned their attention away from Leo's father. Seizing the opportunity, Leo's father drew his revolver and fired a warning shot into the air. The outlaws, now disoriented and panicked, scattered in all directions. Leo and Brian quickly rejoined his father, and together, they made their escape. After several more days of travel, they finally reached the entrance to the lost gold mine. The mine was hidden deep within a rocky canyon, and it sparkled with golden nuggets and precious gems. Leo's eyes widened with wonder as he took in the sight. They had done it. They had found the lost gold mine, and they had outwitted the outlaws. Leo's father placed a hand on his shoulder and smiled proudly. "You were brave and smart, Leo. You made this adventure a success." Leo beamed with pride, knowing that he had proven himself as a true adventurer. And as they began to collect the treasures, Leo knew that this was just the beginning of many more adventures to come, with Brian the ant always by his side. And so, in the realm of eternal night, under the vast, starry sky, Leo and his father returned home with their newfound riches, ready to share their incredible story with the world.